Welcome to the Business Over Beer Happy Hour, a daily dose of support for business owners, entrepreneurs, and people passionate about what they do. Hosted by Ben Surratt, Jonathan Kaler, and Jason Knope, it's time to grab a beer, enjoy some cheer, and join together.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Business Over Beer Happy Hour. I am one of your bartenders, Ben Surratt, and across the bar for me, as usual, is Mr. Terror of Power. Some people call him the Space Cowboy, but we call him Spartacus, Jonathan Kaler. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Benjamin. I have led you here. I obviously don't know how to work my devices. I'm sorry if you all heard that. I turned on the live to moderate our Facebook Live and forgot to turn the doggone volume down. So my apologies. It's the way this day has gone. The best thing that happened to me today, you guys, not even a joke, not exaggerating. I pulled a hangnail out and it didn't bleed. Only good thing that happened to me all day. Pretty much everything else that happened to me the rest of the day was garbage. So
just wait, you're going to get a paper cut.
So, I'm sure, and it's going to bleed like heck. But you know what? You take the good with the bad.
There you go.
And speaking of taking the good with the bad, we have the gift that keeps on giving. My gangster of love, Jason Knope. Welcome to Happy Hour, my friend. How you feeling tonight, my man?
I'm feeling pretty good. The sun is shining, and that's kind of all we can ask for about right now. So
look, man, you're all dressed up like you're about to take to the field. You ready for a little soccer match? Get on the pitch.
I found FIFA TV on YouTube and started watching old World Cup matches the other day.
There you go.
Nice, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do we have a guest today?
We have Kelly Zahniser of Urban Spa Salon. We love them. They were actually really a big part of our Valentine's Day live event as well. So thank you.
Right, and she came back to be a guest. So we must not have offended you too badly at our Naughty Valentine event.
Not too much. I'm used to it.
Excellent. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us on the Happy Hour.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we always kind of like to start with your business. So you're with Urban Spa and Salon. Why don't you just give us the 50,000-foot view of your business and kind of what you're into?
Sure. So I am a booth renter, as are all of the folks that I work with. I do massage therapy and I do spray tans. I call myself a spray tan artist. Generally, I'm working full-time, but for a massage therapist, full-time is 25 to 30 hours. So a little different than your conventional full-time.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So how are things being, we were talking a little bit before, so you're not really doing a whole lot, obviously, at the spa or the salon itself. So what are you doing now? Like, what is a typical day for you right now?
So a typical day generally will be me contacting clients over and over saying, well, I can't do anything for you right now. Please let me know how you're doing. I always like to check in with them because they're pretty good people. Most of the folks that I work on, I've worked on for at least 10 years. So there's been that relationship that's been built up, and it's like friends. When they come in and see you, you just generally you'll talk for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Some people will talk the full 60 minutes. So you know some folks a little better than you know others, but there's a genuine friendship there. So you do always want to check in on them. So I start with that, and then I'll usually go in for about 1, maybe 2 massages. I can do medically necessary massages, but that means somebody has to actually have a prescription from a doctor. So there's not that many of those right now. I generally don't fill my schedule with that on a typical day. So I'm not seeing that full influx of clients right now because that's not who I generally work on. So.
Got it.
What is there a way to market to that? I just think about, there is one thing that you are able to do within sort of the constraints of what's going on. Are you publishing that more than you would typically, that you're available to do that? Or is there just not enough demand because people can't get in to see doctors anyway for non-emergency situations, etc.?
Right. So generally, I haven't seen an influx, but I have put things on my social media, and the social media for the Urban Spa Salon page and all of that good stuff. But we just aren't seeing a whole lot of people come in. So although I continue to put it out there, most of the people that I know are like, hey, I really need a massage, but I don't have a prescription. Okay, I'll see you in June. That's about as much as I can do for you. Sorry.
So are you enough of a spray tan artist that you could spray tan the Business Over Beer logo onto Canope's back?
Ooh, I could try.
I would really like to see you make that happen.
That would be fun.
Especially in time for swimsuit season, Canope. I want to see that happen.
There you go.
I won't be wearing a Speedo. That's all you, my friend.
Thank God for that.
All right, on that note.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the happy hour. I'm thirsty.
So, Jonathan, why don't you start, since you were like, want to surprise me with your beer?
I would love to. So Ben, I think you're going to like this one. Pick this up. This is Crux Fermentation Project. Of course, they're a fantastic brewery out of Bend, Oregon. This is the Battlestar IPA. For my sci-fi friend Ben, the Battlestar IPA. Awesome. I knew you would love that. I have been drinking it here for the last few minutes. I'm going to give myself a new pour. It is so doggone delicious. It's pretty heavy duty though. It's not a double, but it's like 7.5% ABV. It's somewhere between a traditional IPA and a hazy. I mean, it's got a lot of those tropical notes. It's not a hazy, but it's sort of kind of in that vein. It's just so refreshing and so delicious. I mean, look at that color. It's a beautiful gold color. It's a fantastic beer. Go pick some up. I hate me for this. I picked it up at Costco. Sorry, they had it at Costco when I was there last week, but I do know you can get it in New Seasons as well. So that's what I'm drinking tonight. What about you guys?
Well, I'm drinking the Cold Fire St. James IRA.
There you go.
Because I love me some reds.
And that's red beer, not Marlboro Reds.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Oh, look at that color.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. So hey, we should let's take a minute to let's just quick shout out. Liz is watching BC1, of course, the first one to log on, and Joey Yorchek is watching. Joey was on our live last week. You can catch his recording this week. And Danielle Reyes is on. Danielle, thanks for joining us. And she says, Canope, respect the facial hair. There you go. Get after it, bro.
Somebody likes it.
She didn't say she liked it.
We'll have to find out.
Just said respect it.
Canope, what are you drinking, Bubba?
I'm drinking fresh squeeze. I can't even talk today. Fresh squeezed IPA from Deschutes.
Excellent.
Nice.
And Kelly, we saw you sucking down a big old mug, man. What do you got there?
So it's nothing local because, well, I haven't been out to the store to get anything local besides some White Claws. But generally, my favorite thing to drink is, and this is kind of girly, but half Blue Moon and half Angry Orchard. It's delicious.
Right. Half Blue Moon and half Angry Orchard?
Yep.
Is that like an angry moon?
What did you say, Ben?
An angry moon?
It's an
angry there moon. You go. I like it.
I love it. Because when the sun goes down, she gets angry.
Right.
She's smiling now.
I'm glad we're doing this now. Glad we're not doing it in a few hours.
Cheers, everybody.
Prost.
Prost, guys.
Danielle chimed in and said she loves your facial hair. I don't believe her.
Bless her. Bless her.
So, Kelly, what are your clients saying to you? Like, what? I mean, I know it's impacting everything and everybody, but what's the common theme or their common attitude of your clients right now?
Actually, a lot of them are offering to purchase a gift card or to even just pay for their missed appointment. and not have that go towards when I can actually see them again. So that's pretty awesome. Our clients are really, really wonderful people over where we work. We've really done a great job of trying to build more relationships instead of just being like a mill where people are coming in and out. So there's hair, there's facials, we do lash extensions, nails, all kinds of stuff there. So we generally try to keep our clients there and everybody kind of work with the same clients for the client's needs. So.
And so if somebody pays for an existing appointment, is that essentially just kind of pulling forward demand just to kind of help you with your cash flow? Or is it more of a, hey, I'm going to pay for it. I know I'm not going to get anything, but I'm just trying to support you and your business. Do they essentially get a credit, or are they just kind of giving you the money to try to keep you going as much as they can?
You know, that depends. I try to let my clients lead me on what they would like that money to go towards. And so if people say, hey, I just want to pay for my appointment that I missed, I will still say, okay, we'll put that towards your next one. It's going to be credit. I'm writing a note down, and we'll be sure to go ahead and put that towards your next massage. And some of them said, nope, I just want you to have it now. I said, okay, awesome. I love you. You guys are great. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I said a lot about what you guys have done there.
Right, definitely. Well, that's nice of you to say. Thanks, Jason. We try.
So we're all going to adapt and take something new from all this. So what are you learning now that you might apply to your business model after this is all said and done? Because this will end. So are you taking anything and you learning anything right now that you can take with you after this is all done?
Yes, specifically, I have to do a total of 24 hours of continuing education. And because I've got the time, I'm actually doing that now. So I'm doing kind of business stuff, and then I'm also doing different modalities that I might use, or even just specific things that I know my clients usually come to me for, like headaches or shoulder issues, those kinds of things. I'm trying to take classes so that way when they do come back, I'm a little bit more equipped. I mean, I've been doing this since 2004, so I'm pretty equipped, but it's always great to have new tricks in your bag, right? So I'm trying to kind of take in as much knowledge as possible. And I've actually done a little bit of, not courses, but I've looked at what to do when you're trying to post on Instagram. Videos are only 60 minutes. Or 60 seconds. I didn't know that. So that's great. So just trying to look at all of the aspects that go through
cool.
advertising and then actually working on the clients.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can never have too much knowledge, and to be as well-rounded as possible. I mean, because ultimately you're in the health and wellness business, right? I mean, you want your clients to feel good about themselves and just to feel good in general. And so any additional knowledge or well-roundedness that you can give yourself, even if it's just to either make a recommendation or to ask questions or to give them some direction, that makes you that much better of a resource for your clients. Even if you can't necessarily provide what they need on all fronts, if you're a resource to guide them in certain directions, that's still you being the best business person you can be and the best resource for your clients, for sure.
Right, definitely. And also building those networks to get them to where they need to be if I don't have that answer. So that's always helpful too.
Yeah, we don't talk a lot about that, probably as much as we should. That's an excellent point, because I mean, we've talked a lot on the happy hour over the last couple of weeks about businesses who have figured out how to do things virtually. But you are in a person-to-person business. You are in a I have to touch you kind of business. And so so I was making the joke earlier, have you figured out how to do the virtual massage yet? Because you are in a person-to-person business, and there is no virtual massage. But that's a great thing to think about, because you have to still have your networking partners and your resource partners and your referral partners, and to expand that, or to look for ways to expand that and still maybe do some networking during this time. That's a really great point that I don't think we haven't really touched on that so far with the business owners that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's all about keeping everybody able to go back out there and work once we can go back out there and work. So like you said, I'm literally touching people. People don't want me to touch them right now, which I'm totally okay with, some people, but other people I'm like, I know you're not sick, so if you really want to come in.
You know what I just thought of is the trickle down this is going to have with people, with like you sell product at your salons, right?
Right.
Do you get to talk to the people that you get that from, or have you heard from them? Are they like, what are they doing?
So I don't do as much product as like the hair girls do. I know that they have had their representative reach out to them and say, hey, I'm available through email. If you need anything, let me know. You can give me a call as well, but I'm not coming site to site like I generally do. So if you need something, I'm still here, but we just won't meet face to face for a while.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that's going to be for a while. I'm just assuming it's going to be for a while like that.
I'm assuming, considering school is now closed through the end of June, it's just a matter of time before we're still in our houses till the end of June. So,
True.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about your business model then. So you have a very diverse team. Diverse. I don't know if that's the right word, but a team of that does a lot of different things for you. So. Do they all work directly for you? Are they urban spa employees, or do you rent the space to specialists who then kind of have their own clients? How does that work in your business?
So I am actually just a booth renter, and our gal Carla is the one who owns Urban Spa Salon, and she rents space to each of us. So none of us are employees. We all rent our own particular space, which poses a problem, come April 1st, we just had it. How do we pay our rent? How does she pay her rent? Those kinds of things. So this is all stuff we've never navigated before and never even thought about before.
Gotcha.
Have you had have you gotten through have you gotten through some of it? What does it talk like what is that like?
So we actually had a little get together, and we all sat in the trunks of our cars and we had coffee 6 to 8 feet apart. We were not together in the Craft Warehouse parking lot. And we did talk a little bit about that. A lot of the girls were saying how they were going to apply for the small business loans that were going to be available. I personally am not going to choose to do that because I have a little bit of money stocked up to go ahead and continue to give her money right away for my rent. But who knows if this lasts for months and months, what we'll end up doing. I guess we all have to kind of take it week by week, day by day, and see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I know that's what, I have these conversations with these two guys, and of course I have conversations with my wife and my family, and it is like that. It's like, my gosh, what if this happens, or what if that happens? And it's, well, let's get through today and maybe tomorrow, and then we'll just kind of continue to take it as it comes.
Yeah.
So I totally understand and can empathize with that position. So, I mean, we were talking before the show, like we were just starting to make money. We were just starting to kind of to do some things, and all of a sudden it just stopped. And so for you who have, you have a legitimate business model. You've been doing this for long enough that. I can only imagine the shock to the system that presents. So,
right, and even my clients too. They're so used to seeing me. They're like, well, what do I do now? I really need to get in for my massage. Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you, but I can talk you through some stretches, and I can help you with anything else that you think you might need, and we'll reconvene once we can get back together.
Totally.
I was just going to ask about that. That's great that you offer that option to, some stretching or any sort of, movement for people to be able to get rid of the, headaches or whatever ails them at that point in time. So that's cool.
Right. I know one of my clients actually texted me and he said, oh, I just went out and I bought a little massager thing. It's nothing like your massage, but it'll do for now. So at least they're trying to figure some things out. I don't feel so terrible once they can kind of go off the grid and figure it out themselves. So, but yeah, I've put together a whole list of different stretches that I've done that I know work great for me for certain things. And I'm going to do just short little videos and plug them on my Instagram or my Facebook page and let my clients know, and probably even just email them out to my clients too. Just say, hey, if you're bored or if you have some sort of issue going on, maybe this stretch might help you. So.
Do you see this, what you're doing with the whole stretching and like everything being virtual? Do you see that becoming something new that you offer for your clients potentially in the future?
I think definitely, yeah, something to, for them to supplement when they're not coming in, or just for them to take home as home healthcare for themselves to complement what we're doing when we can see each other. Typically, I'll have somebody come in one time a week, or maybe even one time just a month. And so if those one time a month people can go ahead and take home all of these exercises that might pertain to what's going on with them, I definitely think it could help them. And once they come in for their next month massage, they might be like, I don't even feel like I need it today. Well, great, then we've done our job. This is perfect.
That is really awesome. I'm serious, because you could have a whole plan just for them, their particular need. And yeah, like the ultimate goal is what you just said. Like, well, I feel really good. I don't need it right now. Like, Kelly, awesome.
Yes, that's what we want, right? I'm not here to tell somebody you have to come see me once a week, otherwise you're not going to feel better. No, if you feel fine, don't come see me. We'll talk on the phone, we'll do whatever we need to do, but if you don't need to come see me, great. That was my goal.
I love that, Kelly. That's really good. I love that.
Yes.
Do you have a specific modality that is your preference or that you're especially good at by chance?
You know, I've recently gotten into cupping about a year ago, and I just love it. My clients can see a great deal of release in their muscles just by doing a little bit of cupping and not even a whole lot of actually like hands-on stuff. Of course, I incorporate that as well, because you can only do cupping for a short amount of time on someone, but it's really helped to get my clients to progress a lot faster in their healing process than just, you know, my hands and my elbows, those kinds of things.
Has anybody here gotten cupped?
I was going to say, can you
I've gotten cupped.
For those of us who don't know what that is, could you tell us what cupping is?
Oh, I wish I had one with me. Yes. So there's a few different kinds of cups. One of them is like the Chinese way of doing it. And it's just like a ball that you would light fire under. It's glass. You light fire under it, and then you'd stick it on the person's skin.
Oh, that's the one that leaves all the like
Yes,
Phelps had it in the Olympics, right? And everybody thought he was
Phelps.
like getting nasty stuff done or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm trying to keep this somewhat PG rated.
So I don't do the fire cupping, but I use silicone cups. So I squeeze and then put it on the client, and then I release, and it sucks their tissue up into the cup itself. And it's going to bring all the toxins up to the surface, so they're not hanging out in those muscles. And then through a regular massage with our hands, that's how we can get those toxins to push out to your lymphatic system. And then that's where it will flush out of your body.
I got cupped about a year ago, approximately. And I was like, what are you doing with these things? And he's like, oh, don't worry. And I had all up here because my shoulder was killing me. That next day I was like sore. It was brutal. But then the day after that, I slept like a baby. Cupping works. It works.
I love it.
It works.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I had it done on my back, and I had the ones with the little suction things on it. You stick them down.
Yes.
Woo, let me tell you, it was all the way down my back on both sides of my spine. And for about 5 minutes, it was quite painful. And then I just went, boom, I was out, completely out.
Awesome.
Couldn't believe it. I had never relaxed that much before. It was crazy, yeah.
Very cool. Did it feel itchy ever? It feels itchy sometimes for me.
I've only done it once, and it just hurt for a while, and then all of a sudden I just basically just went to sleep.
Yes, Kelly,
Awesome.
it did. It's like if you've been in the cold a lot and you take off your gloves and you get that itchy, like, why am I itchy? It's like that.
Yes.
It was like
yes,
that.
it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Taylor, you got to do it.
You got to get cupped, Kaylor.
We got to get
Gotta
Taylor
do
in
it.
there for cupping and for eyelash extensions.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I could use some eyelash
Put
extensions.
volume on there.
I know. That's what everybody says.
Yeah, because then that would really go with the respect the hair,
Right.
motif going on. Man, I could really
There you
maybe
go.
get like a. Has anyone ever had
Like-
eyelash ponytails? I could do that.
Ooh, you could start a new trend. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Kelly, don't encourage him.
What's the matter with you guys? Hey, Marty Meisner joined. Hey, Marty, thank you so much for joining, man. He said hello to everybody. Just
Hey,
wanted
Marty.
to give a shout out to Marty.
Say to people who are that I was like this before I had my first massage. I have a bubble, like a personal space bubble. So what do you say to those people who are like, no, I'm good. I have my own personal space bubble. I'll come see me later.
Right. I usually tell them that once you get a massage, you'll never go back. So when you're ready, go ahead and come and see me, and then I'll put you on the books for next month. And they're like, oh, okay, really? Okay.
Because I do have like a personal space issue, and I'm like, I don't like to be touched. But once I had my first massage, it changed my life. It was just, you just get so relaxed, and it's about feeling good about yourself.
Right.
It really
Exactly.
is.
It really is.
You're taking care of your body.
Right. And even my neighbors are really hesitant to come in, but I literally let them know that when you're on my table, you are a mass of muscles to me, and I'm doing work. I honestly don't even think about your face. I even forget who you are sometimes when you're lying face down on my table. But then when I flip you over, I'm like, oh yeah, my friend's here. Okay, cool. Seriously,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
probably
awesome.
not like that for everybody, but that's what it's like for me.
So, what is it about urban? So, is urban, and I probably should know this, so I apologize. Is urban your business, Kelly's business, or is that the owner's business? And why do you rent booths where you rent them? And how did you start that relationship? How did you land where you landed? And kind of just talk about a little bit about the evolution of how you got to where you're at.
Sure. Okay, so Urban Spa Salon is owned by Carla Kaiser. And I had approached her because I was originally in a position where I was commissioned at a different spa. And I was at a point where I had built my business without the people that were coming in because of the spa itself. I actually built that business through Groupon and those kinds of things, which aren't always fun, but it got me where I am, so I'm thankful. But so I approached her when I heard she was opening. She's just literally 5 minutes from my house. So I had asked her if she had a space that she needed to rent for massage, and she said, yes, absolutely. So we always have to do a massage interview. So whoever's the owner always gets a full hour massage. It's pretty awesome for them. And so I went ahead and did that for her, and she said, yeah, when do you want to start? So she opened 6.5 years ago. So I've been with her since just a month after she had opened. And each gal there does rent their space as well. So they've all kind of had their own little interviews doing hair and nails and that kind of thing.
What have you taken away from just doing in this business? What things have you gained by doing what you're doing, just in general?
So I think I've gained a lot of thankfulness for folks who are actually going to come in and support me, because if I don't have someone coming in to see me for that hour, I make no money. So I am just very thankful for the people who trust me and their muscles, and the fact that they're going to put me in what they call this medical realm, because typically, and for a long time, massage was not considered medically necessary. People didn't think we knew much of anything about the body, when in reality, we know a lot. We know a lot about the muscles and the relationship with the bones and those kinds of things. And so I think a lot of people come to see me, and they don't go to see a lot of other practitioners of different sorts because, one, they may just be scared, it's not their thing or whatever. But I'm very thankful that I can help them through massage and my hands. It's awesome. It's a great gift to have.
Totally.
That's awesome.
I've had a massage from Kelly. It's been a number of years now, but it was great. So if people who are watching need to purchase some gift cards or make an appointment when she opens back up, I definitely advise that they do.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
How can people buy gift cards? Can they get them online, or what's the best way for somebody to buy a gift card from you?
So from me specifically, and so not from the spa itself, but from me specifically, if you go on my Instagram page, it's amazingtouch_Kelly, Kelly with a Y. On my, do they call it a profile? I don't know. I'm not hip to all that. But on my profile, I have a little link, and it will take you to my Square account. And it's a specific page where you can purchase a gift card for any amount that you prefer.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that. So Duncan is watching. Hey, Duncan. And he said, funny, Friday I happened to be driving through the Craft parking lot and saw a bunch of folks sitting in their trunks. They were at a safe distance from each other. So there you go.
Us.
That was your meeting. That was your meeting.
Funny. Oh, man.
It was really cold, and it was raining, and it was kind of miserable, but we're going to try it again on Wednesday, so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, she's out there on her walkie-talkie. Hey, what are you guys doing this week? Over. This is Red Massager 42 coming at you. Roger that, eyelash straightener. Oh, no. Crux is getting the better of me.
Oh, man.
Well, Kelly, we only got another minute here. I'm going to steal Ben's question. He usually asks this. So what are you going to take from this? You know, when this is all said and done, what will you ultimately take from this time and this experience that will help your business going forward?
I think the biggest thing, and that even the girls that I'm working with that we haven't even thought about, was preparing for the future and making sure that we've got something that can sustain us if something like this might happen again. So I think we're all going to kind of get together and figure out what that might mean for each department at the spa and really work together. We've done a great job of working together, and we'll just continue to do that and support each other.
That's fantastic. We mentioned your Instagram profile. If people want to find out more, is that the best place to get you, or are there other places that people can find you if they want to look you up?
You can always go to theurbanspasalon.com. That's our actual webpage, and you can buy gift cards for just the specific salon itself at that website. And you can look and see what all we do, and we would be glad to hear from you. You can shoot an email through there as well.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Canope, if people want to find business over beer, where do they go?
They go to bizoverbeer.com. That's BIZ overbeer.com. And they can find our lovely profiles. They can find our different social media channels, as well as listen to our podcast if they'd like.
That's right. And you can listen to the recording of this episode next Monday. Hopefully nothing changes between now and then, but we're targeting next Monday to have the recording of this out on all of our podcast channels. So, Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Kelly, Kaylor, Canope, viewers, listeners, take every day one beer at a time, and every beer one sip at a time. Love you guys.
Prost.
Prost. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Thanks so much. Business Over Beer reminds you to always drink responsibly. Our theme song is Alley Cat by Soul Shifters. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next Business Over Beer Happy Hour.
We are clear.